Hi friends, and welcome back to the Duplex Diaries Season 2. Today we are getting into renovating and fixing up and turning over my very first rental unit. My old tenants are gone and we're going to deal with the fallout. I actually already have one video in this series. It was the walkthrough on the day of, and in a second I'm going to show you the thing that you didn't see in that. But if you didn't know, I'm Sarah, also known as Budget Girl here on the internet, and this series documents me purchasing and renovating and living in my very first home, a $230,000 duplex in College Station, Texas, where I'm house hacking, as in living in one side and renting out the other. When I bought the place, I did inherit a tenant, and their lease ended at the end of February of 2021. I did not renew their lease, so they left at the end of February, and during the month of March, I had to turn over the unit, make a bunch of repairs. I wanted to do a bunch of upgrades to make it really, really nice and everything I wanted it to be before a tenant moved in on April 1. So this series is documenting that. We are going to start off today's video with something I had to deal with pretty immediately prior to that walkthrough, and that was on the last day of my previous tenant's tenancy, and we'd kind of seen them doing this. There was a really bad rainstorm rolling in, and it was supposed to rain for days. And my tenants, as they were moving out, had piled up a lot of trash outside, which fortunately meant there wasn't trash inside, but they made kind of a hip-high pile of just loose trash outside my duplex unit that unfortunately city trash services is just not going to take. We're talking loose diapers, as in human waste. We're talking just food containers with rotting food in them. We're talking mattresses, broken beds and furniture, just bags of condiments and rotted food. And most of it was not bagged in any way. It was all loose. Now, like most city trash services, our trash people will not take just a pile of waste. You actually have to bag that up and put it in the can for them, or at least bag it up. So as a rainstorm was starting on the last day of their tenancy and they had already left, Jacob and I decided to go ahead and deal with that before it got completely waterlogged and soaked. And immediately after, you can actually see the rain on our faces. It did pour for about 4 or 5 hours, and the next day as well. So we spent a couple of hours bagging up all of this loose trash and taking it to a dumpster at the apartment complex next door. I did call and ask if we could use their dumpster for this one time, and they very kindly agreed to. Otherwise, we would have had to load up all that trash into my car and taken it to the dump or somewhere else. And I'm very glad we didn't have to do that, because like I said, human waste and rotted food, and it was really gross. There was a snake under all of it. I don't know why my tenants decided not to actually bag up their trash and just make like a landfill pile, but it had to be dealt with. And I could either hire someone to deal with it or we could do it ourselves. Jacob and I ended up doing it ourselves. And yes, we did charge them for it, because I didn't want to get fined by the city for doing that, and I didn't want my entire neighborhood to hate me and to attract like local pests and stuff for just having a giant rotting trash pile out for however long it would take for me to arrange specialized pickup and disposal of that. I don't even know how much that would have cost. So yeah, let's jump to that. Also, before we do, don't forget to subscribe. I am on my way to 100,000 subscribers this year, landlord woes and all. And I would absolutely love for you to be a part of it. This unit ended up beautiful, and my new tenant is wonderful, and I adore her, and she's taking such good care of the place. Her side actually looks better than mine now. And I really want both sides of this unit to be really wonderful places to live. So like if you like this series, and let's go.
The second that you left the room, I'm taking back my life. All you did was use it. You break it, you lose it. Sorry, your time is up. Now I'm coming back to life. I'm taking back my life. Sorry, your time is up. Now I'm coming back to life.
Jacob is really pulling the lion's share of the work here, having to transport all of their garbage that the garbage man will absolutely not take in a giant loose pile to a nearby dumpster. So Yeah, and there was a snake under there. So it is March 1st, and it's the first day I officially have my property back. And last night we came in, the tenants didn't leave it sparkling, but they left it fairly clean. Everything was cleared out, which is wonderful. It was more than I expected. And we ran an ozone machine in there overnight because it smelled real bad.
That ozone smell will knock you on the butt.
Yeah, and then we're running a Roomba. I need to take some photos because I'm going to the paint store. Oh, yeah, that's not supposed to go down there. That's metal.
No, it's not metal, it's plastic.
It's aluminum. That's metal or plastic. Maybe it's just silver coated plastic.
A Band-Aid?
Band-Aid. Cool. Cool.
Well, I can't grind it up. That's all I feel in there. I mean, it's gonna make some whirring and stuff anyway.
I guess I'll have Chris take a look.
don't
I
think
believe you
anything
that
else in
they're, but maybe something's loose.
Oh, well, I can't adjust it from here, I don't think. I think you have to take that out to be able to, like, screw everything back in if it's slightly loose, which I know we've pulled that metal out of there before.
Yeah. Okay.
You're too late, begging on the floor for me. I'm not the same. I'm standing on my
And this is just all rough. I can't just stain over this. I need to actually paint to fix that. Very professional paint crew.
But that's what that's for.
Oh, they just left. I'm glad I didn't throw that out.
Yeah, they're down there, exactly. Hopefully it'll just clip back in. Try and push it in and it just wants to flop. So like imagine if your favorite mug is up here, it's gonna go flying. And then yeah, this is fun trying to get that out.
Okay.
Well, either way, I know it still needs to be run because it's gross on the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm feeling heavy.
Okay. So this tub is like super yellowed and a little fugly. I don't want to replace it right now, so I'm gonna try this first.
You're too late.
It doesn't even seem to be like sticking. Bleach or one of the cleaners I got for the floor.
Bleach.
That's probably smart.
It's diluted.
It's so
And
sticky.
You can tell where the kids sat because that's where the stains are in the ground. I'm trying to work on that.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to come back over here today, but
You
you tricked
did-
me into it. I was looking for you because the dogs were.
I can't.
I'm wearing socks and flip flops.
You don't have to do this. Oh, look. More painted over tape. I also got this foaming with bleach cleaner, but I'm not stupid enough to try two products on the same thing. So now the other bathroom. I'm gonna try it on this one.
I'm not the same. I'm standing on my own 2 feet. I'm taking back my
Does not foam. Some Dollar Tree products, fantastic. Others, trash. I'm at Home Depot. There we go. Texas's governor announced today that he's opening the whole state back to 100% in just a few days. And people are already not wearing masks. Fortunately, I got, can you see it? My first vaccine today. I'm excited. very excited. How was I able to get the vaccine? Well, this is the first time being fat has ever been helpful in my life. My BMI puts me in the medically sensitive, I think that's what they called it, or medically vulnerable category. So I was able to get the vaccine before a lot of my coworkers and friends. So they're doing, frontline workers, then old people and people with illnesses and people who are vulnerable, and then I'm third in line. I'm not saying it's right and that I should have gotten the vaccine before anybody else. I am saying that I applied to get the vaccine as soon as I could, just looking out for my own health, and I want to help contribute to herd immunity. And being fat put me higher on the list. So for that has helped me in this one instance in my entire life. It's about time. Okay, so I bought a ceiling light, a 1x2 LED panel that can actually like switch warm or cool or daylight, and it's the same kind that we have on our side, and we really like it. But the A side does already have one can light, and then they have like one empty spot that used to be a can light, now it's just empty. It's very dark in there. So we have a 1x4 light in our kitchen. I got a 1x2 for the A unit since they already have one can light in there, and I'm hoping that'll fit and add a lot of light to it. And also it was only, I think, $59, and the 1x4 was $130. So yes, willing to spend a little there. Got a new fan, $50. Got the trim thing for the thresholds, $22. Bunch of cleaning supplies. Got the TSP cleaner and the 123 paint primer for the backsplash tiles in the kitchen, and just about $238 worth of odds and ends. So I think I've spent enough money today. Let's go home. Hello friends. I once again find myself behind a very large truck. I actually rented a 15-foot U-Haul moving van because I found a screaming deal today on a washer and dryer for my rental unit. So I did rent out my rental unit with washer and dryer included, and I knew I'd have to purchase them. I found a set for $200 on Facebook Marketplace today, and I saw it within the first 30 minutes it was posted, and she already had 10 offers. She had them listed for $200. I offered her $300, and she took it, and I was able to pay her immediately via PayPal. She said she's just moving, so she doesn't need them anymore. They look really good. They look much nicer than my current ones on my side. They're Whirlpool brand, and she said they're only a couple years old, and I have a feeling they're going to come with all the connectors and stuff because she's moving. She's not going to need them. So we're going to go get them. Jacob's helping. I also rented a tow dolly for appliances. The cost total is about $65. It was $10 for the appliance dolly rental, and the rest is for the mileage and the truck rental. I did check with one of my handymen and asked if he could move it, and he said he could, but he was going to charge $200 to move 11 miles, and that seemed a little high. So that actually would have put it up at the same cost of buying at the same place I bought my fridge, not including delivery. So we decided to get it ourselves because Jacob's a trooper. So I'm gonna get back to driving. I'll see you in a sec. The hero. Okay, we got the washer and dryer. They gave us all the hoses and attachments and everything. We got them loaded, headed home. So here's our new washer and dryer. Very fancy, very nice. This one even has like lights that tell you what part of the cycle it's on. I have never had a nice washing machine. Oh, and this one's even like agitatorless. And they gave us all the cords and everything. Oof. And yeah, so need to paint that first and fix that up before we put these in. The U-Haul place has a app check-in for and website check-in for dropping off things after hours. It of course did not work. So I get to call them tomorrow and argue with them about any charges that might incur from that. But I figure I took pictures of everything and hopefully their security cameras can see what time I dropped it off. I also was on hold with U-Haul main customer service for 20 minutes, and yeah, no, I decided I'd rather spend my night differently. So gonna clean that. Okay, thank you so much for watching season 2, episode 2 of the Duplex Diaries. I have more stuff coming up as we renovate this unit. It is very much vlog style of figuring it out as we're going, and I can't wait for you to see how it looked at the end of it and everything that we ended up doing. I do actually already have a video of how much it cost to get everything done. My March net worth update and budget report I will link below, and you can see exactly how much it costs to get all of this done. And we DIY'd most of it, which I was pretty impressed by, and we did so many wonderful upgrades. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.